Hey, it is literally days later since the last ended segment. So I've got the pocket wired up. We're just going to do the tapping test here. Oh, got a loose button there too. Alright, so that's on the tap tester. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it fine from over here. Amp is the other side of the basement there. Alright, all pots up. I can hear that, I hope you can. So the bridge works good. Right, that brings in the middle. The other volume works also independently, so now they can blend. When you've got position 2 selected, that should be middle only. These two, not. This one, not. Alright. It works. Now we got to put the bridge and the other mechanics back in. Oh. And try to put some of the stuff back together. So that all went pretty well, all according to plan. And it's pretty neat now. I reduced quite a lot of the wiring. I cut off a whole bunch of bits and pieces to cut it down and make it neater. There was just so much rat's nest in there. I didn't like it. Come on, get off me. Tape. Alright. It's my claw wire, still good. I'll have to put that back in there. And I'm not going to bore you with it. Alright, we'll start there. These springs were really strong to get in. That one's a little bit closer to the wall. Yeah. I'm going to go with 2 and see how that works out. Alrighty, we're going to clean up and start thinking about a neck. We are at bench 1, and I received a new brass nut today from Amazon. I was thinking I'm going to give this one a look at. Oh, look at that, another music lily pick. So I was thinking I wanted to measure it against the original nut. Okay, so this brass, turn it around, this brass is about, yeah, it's as tall as the original, and a 42 millimeter. And the regular bones are much shorter in height. If we'll be able to see that. Yeah, right there. Shorter in height, the bones. Can hold that. And the other brass that I had is also as short as the bones. So, in order to put a good nut on this neck, we're going to have to go with brass. The new brass. And let's see. So good. It's a little bit wider. It's supposed to be 3.5 millimeters. This one, I don't know what it is. It's narrower, of course. See, it's 299. So I'm going to need to take some material off the side, the back, to make it fit in this slot, so I can get a nice solid nut on this guitar. It'll end up being brass. So the rest of the neck has been completed. She's good to go, and we have a full new set of Wilkinson EZ lock tuners, which have the double holes in the posts. I have not put the string trees on just yet, and since it's been a while since I had this out, I think I remember saying I needed a shim in this neck. Don't know how much. All right, so let's start with the 27. Where is it? There it is. Let's start with the 27. Looks good from close. Yeah. Good from far, far from good? I don't know. You know, I've got a feeling it might just need to go up to 31, but we'll prove it with the strings. I'm just going to keep all those little bits and pieces over there. Now, the next thing I'm going to have to do is go and take some meat off of this nut so I can get it to fit in the slot. And then I'm going to worry about the height of the strings over the first fret after that's done. Good news, good news. It's fitting in the slot. And what I found out is that at 3.3, 3.3, 3.28, something like that, a little bit wider than the actual plastic nut, fits perfectly, and I won't have to compensate with all the glue on both sides that they did on this one, which I think is why that one's fitting in the way it is, and it's narrower than here, but the brass fits in the slot just like it's supposed to. Now the height is going to be the different issue, and we are going to probably have to take some meat off the bottom, even though it's about the same height now. I'm pretty sure these slots cut in the plastic were too high, and in order to minimize as much as possible filing brass at the top of the nut, I'll take meat off the bottom to drop it once I know exactly what I'm going to have. But first I have to set all of this up with the bridge and the springs and some strings. I'm going to try this new brand of strings called Orphe, which Mike over at Fulton Street Beats recommended, and they also came in today. Alright, so they look like that. They're called Orphe, O-R-P-H-E-E. Now these have colored ball ends apparently, just like the Darios. but they are Asian made. Look at this coil of wires. It's like wrangling an octopus. There you go, guys. Final expose of the ammoon. Kind of like a Strat, except for the headstock. You know, I like this headstock better than Strat's. So there's the new Wilkinson tuners. They are 18 to 1s, and they work perfectly. New roller string trees. Everything else I kept stock except for changing the volumes. Master tone, bridge volume, neck and middle volume. The finish is perfect. The fretboard turned out really good. About 4 coats of lemon oil on the fretboard. Full fret leveling. Oh, and the brass nut. Okay, so this is the wrap up, the brass nut as well. So that's another piece I put on. That cost me, I don't know, 12 bucks. So I didn't spend a lot of money adding extra parts to this one. Oh, and this is like, I really like the jack here on a Strat style guitar instead of up here. So let's see, where are we at? Okay, so I took the Orphe strings off, and I'm afraid, Mikey Fulton, I'm gonna have to agree with Daryl Braun and a bunch of other guys who said the Orphes are crap because the guitar sounded dead in the last clip compared to what it sounds like now. Oh, it would be good if I turned it on. So this is open air. 65 Deluxe, no effects. Amp over there, 8 feet away. Alright, so that's bridge, 14.75K, and then these two are 5.5. Basically this together. So it goes from the bridge, which is decent, right? Position 2, bomber, because this is so much lower in output. Full up, middle only. Nice sound from that. These two. So, no effects of any kinds at the moment on the guitar, but I have a patch that I have made, and I was using it on the Issy over there, which you can't see. I decided to see, well, what does it sound like on this guitar? Yeah, this has got some reverb, a little bit of delay, and some overdrive built into it. I think it's a keeper. So, oh yeah, the whammy. And it's just up a tiny little bit there in the back. You see that little thing underneath there? That's a tiny little bumper. Yeah, it's stuck onto the back of the bridge. It's a tiny little bumper so that when the bridge goes backwards, it doesn't cut into the poly on the top. Tiny little plastic bumper. Alright guys, ammoon, kind of like a Strat, 150 bucks on Amazon here, and with an investment of what was it, 40 bucks, 50, 40, 50, 60 bucks with taxes in Canada for these parts all on the headstock here. Yeah, oh sorry, add a switch, a new 5-way blade switch. That was another 12 bucks, so alright. So, you know, but even at that price, if you try to find something that plays like this, feels like this, works like this, for that kind of money, you can't. For that kind of money, you end up with a piece of crap. Seriously, you do. So, now, she's a beauty. Satin neck feels so good, guys. Okay, catch you in the next one.